It's a sea of orange at Sartlip First Nation for a ceremony marking the decommissioning of a small schoolhouse that was once a day school.
I was absolutely brutalized in this school.
The Sartlip Indian Day School has a heavy past of abuse, but also of strength and defiance.
Some of you don't remember the great-great-grandmothers marched out here with signs and talked about reclaiming education for Indian children so they would never again have to go to an institution, residential school.
More than 50 years ago, community leaders took education into their own hands, forming what's now called the Wasanich School Board, where BC's entire curriculum has been translated into Sanchothan, and children now learn to speak the language of their people. At Oak Bay High School, another somber ceremony.
It was very emotional for everyone, and I think it made people realize the reality.
Here, Eddie Charlie, an outspoken residential school survivor, showed unusual frustration.
They don't know the stories about what happened to the children, the rapes, the physical abuse, the starvation, the not having access to their family or culture.
Charlie says the current political environment, specifically federally, is posing a future that's frightening.
This current government and the government and the opposition, if they continue to behave the way they are now, I don't think reconciliation is going to be possible in Canada.
He's worried the hateful rhetoric will drown out the actual experiences of elders and residential school survivors, some of who are still just surviving.
The impacts of residential school is not something you can turn off like a tap. And the intergenerational trauma is going to continue for many years. And I don't think people understand that.
Ahead of Monday's National Day of Truth and Reconciliation, whether you're at the South Island powwow or a ribbon skirt making class, what's important is witnessing and listening.
Just a message to Indigenous people that we love you, and I'm sorry for my ancestors that are part of this, and I'm sorry that as a settler, in some ways I still don't know quite what to do, but just know that when I see you and come upon you, I'm with you.
A day commemorating the healing journey residential school survivors and their families are still very much on.
If after watching this story you feel that you need some help, you can contact the National Indian Residential School Crisis Line 1-866-925-4419.